Friends, just imagine for a moment what it would be like if a disaster suddenly started on our Earth where earthquakes and tsunamis came at the same time, and now we had no way to escape. In today's video, we are going to see one such story. At the beginning of the story, we see a girl named Natalie. She was driving her car somewhere on a mountain road in Los Angeles. On the way, she started looking for something in her bag. She gets a little distracted from the road, and right at that moment, suddenly the mountains there started collapsing. Rocks were falling from above in a terrifying manner, causing her to lose control of her car, and she fell into a nearby ditch along with her car. But her luck was very good because her car got stuck on a nearby rock before falling to the bottom of the ditch. Seeing all this, she gets very scared and starts screaming. She couldn't understand what she should do now, but very soon, the Los Angeles Fire Brigade gets this news, and they send a helicopter rescue team there. In this helicopter was an officer named Ray, and he was the head of their team. Upon reaching the ditch, when he sees Natalie trapped in her car, without delay, he lowers one of his team members to rescue her. But when that person went down and was trying to help Natalie, he also got trapped there. Seeing this, the brave Ray decides to go down himself and rescue them. Coming down, he shows his amazing skill and saves both of them at the last moment, and the three of them escape from there. After this, we see a professor who is teaching his students. This professor's name is Lawrence, and he is a seismologist, meaning a scientist who studies earthquakes. After finishing his class, when he comes and sits in his office room, his friend Kim comes running to him. Kim tells him that there is a possibility of a terrible earthquake in the city. We have scanned on the Richter scale, and this earthquake could occur near the Hoover Dam. Right now, we need to go there and check the soil there with a machine so we can understand how severe this earthquake is going to be. After this, both Lawrence and Kim immediately leave in their car to go there. On the other hand, we see Ray returning home after finishing his duty, and here he receives a court notice containing divorce papers. Here we learn that Ray and his wife Emma's relationship has reached a state of divorce. They have a daughter named Blake. She lived with her mother. On the other hand, Lawrence and Kim have reached the dam, and Kim is taking readings of the upcoming earthquake with her machine there. She tells him, "I am getting very strong earthquake signals here. Certainly, something very terrible is going to happen." And just then, we see that the place suddenly starts shaking violently, and the lower part of the dam begins to break, after which chaos erupts all around. Lawrence was telling everyone above to save themselves and run away from here as quickly as possible. Everyone starts running in all directions. Meanwhile, Kim, who was down below, also tries to get out and run very fast. But while running, she sees a little girl near her. The girl was very scared and was sitting on one side of the bridge. Immediately, Kim picks up that girl and starts running from there. As she was running with the girl, the bridge path along with her also started breaking and falling down. Before falling, she throws the girl into Lawrence's hands. Kim saves the girl, but due to an iron rod piercing her leg, she gets trapped there. And then the dam completely collapses, and Kim becomes a victim of that devastation. After this accident, a notification comes on Ray's phone, and he is asked to start his duty. But before going on that duty, Ray wants to meet his daughter Blake. Going there, he learns that his wife Emma now lives with her boyfriend, Daniel. Seeing this, he feels very bad and takes his car and leaves from there for his work. On one hand, Ray is ready to leave with his rescue team here, and on the other hand, his daughter Blake is going to San Francisco with Daniel for some work. Arriving there, Daniel goes inside for his meeting, and Blake starts waiting for him there. While she was sitting outside, she meets a boy there named Ben. Ben's younger brother, Ollie, was also with him, and very soon a very good friendship develops between the three of them. Meanwhile, the news of the accident at the dam spreads across the world. After this, news reporters come to Lawrence to learn about this earthquake, and Lawrence gives them all the information he knows in that interview. At the same time, some of his students come to him. They say that they have received exactly the same earthquake signals in San Francisco. To confirm, they check again whether these signals are really the same as the signals from the Hoover Dam, and seeing the result, everyone is astonished. They conclude that the entire city of San Andreas will soon be hit by an earthquake, and their neighboring cities, Los Angeles and San Francisco, had not yet received this news. They don't know that danger is about to come into their lives very soon. On the other hand, we see Emma, who is sitting with her friend at a high-class hotel in Los Angeles, having a meal, and just then, everything, including the building, starts shaking violently. In no time, the entire building begins to collapse. Emma gets very scared scared and first calls Ray. Hearing all this, Ray tells her to come to the roof of that building very quickly. On the other hand, Daniel was about to leave with Blake after finishing his meeting. But before leaving, Blake gives her number to Ollie so he can give it to Ben. After this, Daniel and Blake leave from there in their car. But just then, that parking area also starts shaking terribly. Seeing all this, they understand that a very severe earthquake is about to hit here. They both start running to save their lives. The ground in front of their car breaks and falls down. They also fall into that pit along with it. They try to get out of there, but Blake's leg gets stuck there. Daniel was also trying to pull her out, so he gets out and starts thinking about how to get her out. Then he goes outside and asks people for help. He was telling a security guard about Blake, but the surprising thing is that just then, the roof of that building breaks and falls on him, causing him to lose his life right there. After seeing all this, Daniel also gets scared, and his own life was dear to him. That's why he leaves his daughter in that same car and runs away from there. But while Daniel was telling the security guard about Blake, Ben, who was there, overheard him and goes into the parking area to save Blake. Meanwhile, the entire city of Los Angeles has now come under the grip of the earthquake, and all the buildings there, big and small, start collapsing one by one. All the people here didn't know where to go or what to do, and were running around like crazy. And Emma, following the advice she got, starts running towards the roof. But when she opens the door, she sees that half of the building has already sunk and collapsed. Many people were losing their lives falling from above. Only the sound of screams was everywhere. Somehow, Emma reaches the roof of that building, but slowly, that place was also collapsing. But before she lost her life, Ray arrives there in his helicopter. Ray puts his helicopter on autopilot mode and throws a rope towards Emma, so that she can catch the rope and get out of the building. Emma was running towards the rope, and behind her, the entire building was collapsing piece by piece. But before the whole building fell, Emma caught the rope. Emma grabs the rope and climbs into the helicopter. But their troubles weren't over here. A large building in front of them started falling on them. But with his courage and intelligence, Ray somehow manages to save Emma from there. By now, the condition of the entire city had become like a crematorium. On the other hand, Blake was still trapped inside that car. She calls her father Ray and tells him, "I am trapped in a parking area and Daniel has run away, leaving me here." Meanwhile, Ben and Ollie come and start trying to get Blake out of there. But because a very large rock had fallen on top of that car, they were having great difficulty pulling her out. But after a lot of effort, they succeed in getting her out, and the three of them come out of there just before the building completely collapses. Then she calls her father and tells him that she is okay now. Hearing this, Ray says, "Don't worry at all. No matter what, I will come and rescue you from there. Just come near some tall tower near you. Your mother and I are coming to get you." Seeing Ray's immense love for his family, Emma's heart melts, and now they both set off to go to San Francisco to save their daughter. Meanwhile, Lawrence and his colleagues receive another piece of very bad news. This earthquake is going to take on an even more terrifying form. He tells the reporter that we need to get this news to the common people so they can save their lives. Then they decide that they will broadcast live on every channel here so that all the people here can receive this news. When Emma and Ray were going to San Francisco to save their daughter, halfway there, their helicopter is about to crash due to some technical problem. Based on his emotions and his many days of experience, Ray tries to land the helicopter safely, but due to hitting an electric pole, he loses control of the helicopter. Their helicopter crashes straight into a supermarket, but their luck was good. They both were fine. Then Ray hijacks a car present there and leaves with his wife. On the other hand, Lawrence comes live on all news channels and warns people about this natural disaster. Meanwhile, when Emma and Ray were going towards San Francisco on the road, Ray suddenly stops his car in the middle of the road. Getting out of the car, when they look carefully at that place, they too get very scared because due to the earthquake, this road had broken and split into two parts, with a huge chasm in the middle. They understand that crossing this road by car is impossible, but their luck was good that at such a time, a person comes and asks them if he can help them. Ray tells him that they have to reach San Francisco somehow because their daughter is trapped there. Hearing this, that person gives Ray his plane, and with this plane, Ray and Emma once again set off to save their daughter. On the other hand, Ben, Ollie, and Blake, all three, heed Ray's words and come to that place. When they look ahead, that place had become like a crematorium. Then they go to a high place and try to create a signal somehow so that Blake's father could see them there because all mobile signals were down. On the other hand, Ray and Emma reach San Francisco Airport. Arriving there, they see that there is no space available to land at the airport. Then Ray, taking Emma with him, jumps from that plane with a parachute. Even now, this city was shaking from the earthquake. All the big buildings were falling like houses of cards. The entire city was trembling like a wave. Arriving here, Ray starts helping to save all the people. Due to everything being destroyed like this in the earthquake, there was now no way to reach his daughter. So this time, Ray decides to go by boat through the water. They set off from there by boat, and then they see a sight where a giant wave was coming straight towards them. But here, instead of turning back, Ray starts moving towards that wave and tries to cross it. But as Ray was taking that board to the upper part of the wave, a very large cargo ship appears in front of them, and they were about to be crushed under that massive ship. But here too, Ray shows his skill and somehow escapes from here. They get out of there, but all the big containers from that massive ship start scattering and falling into the water. But the force of this tsunami was so strong that it easily breaks even such a large ship and flings it away, and that ship goes straight and crashes into the Golden Gate Bridge standing in front, where thousands of people were trying to save their lives. Daniel was also there, and a container from that ship falls directly on him, causing his death there. The bridge is completely destroyed, and thousands of people lose their lives here. This water now starts flowing towards the entire city, and the size of this wave was so huge that all the big buildings, roads, houses, everything came under the grip of this wave. Millions of people were dying in this tsunami, and where Ben, Blake, and Ollie were, the water now reached there too. They start drowning in the water, but somehow they get out of there and come to a high place. On the other hand, Ray and Emma start searching for their daughter Blake by boat. As they go inside the city by boat, they see only devastation before their eyes. While they were searching for them there, Ollie spots them and starts calling Blake there. Blake sees them and is very happy, and she starts calling out to them, but her voice doesn't reach her parents. Then they use a laser light, and when Emma sees that laser light, they are able to see their daughter Blake, but their happiness doesn't last long. Just then, another big wave comes and collapses that building. Ben and Ollie survive there, but Blake gets trapped on one edge of the building. Water starts filling there very quickly. Seeing all this, Ray, without thinking anything, jumps into the water to save his daughter, and he manages to reach his daughter. But now there was a glass wall between them, because of which he couldn't easily get Blake out of there. But Ray doesn't give up, and using all his strength, he breaks the glass and saves his daughter. Up there, Ben was trying to break the grill of that building so they could all get out, but Ben couldn't break it. Seeing this, Emma takes her boat and rams it straight into that building, breaking the grill and going straight inside the building. Then, all of them sit in that boat and get out of there just before the building collapses. But Blake was still unconscious, so Ray tries to revive her by giving her CPR, and finally, he succeeds in bringing Blake back to consciousness, and they leave from there and go far away. On the other hand, it was being reported on TV news that the tectonic plates present under the Earth were slowly becoming stable in their place, and the earthquake would gradually stop. Meanwhile, the rescue team sets out with food and supplies to help the remaining people. Ray's family and Ben and his brother also survive here. Ray and Emma forget all their past problems and agree to live together now. Looking from there towards the broken Golden Gate Bridge, they see an American flag there. And seeing this, they believe that now everything will slowly get better. And with this story ends here. So friends, how did you like the story? Do tell in the comments. And if you liked the video, please do like, share, and subscribe.